Okay, we're back.
We're back.
It's episode 3. Are you guys ready?
Damn, I wish I could sing.
I'm Cherish.
And I'm Isis. And we created this podcast to empower, uplift, and connect with people just like us.
Having conversations about everything from self-love, conquering fears, and setting boundaries. We will tell our truths
With full transparency.
It's litty more lit than a titty. Litty more lit than a titty. Oh my god.
You said, oh my gum, and then pick that up. I'm just gonna... I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Like, it looks okay, but like my brows have seen better days. My eyeliner, I had to work with the eyeliner that was still stuck on there from yesterday because I took a shower and it didn't all come off, so they're not symmetrical. Let me see if I can. Okay, so yeah, look at that and look at that. Oh no. And this one's like rubbing off, and then like my concealer just looks cray. It's okay, you can't really tell.
And here I am barefaced.
Exactly, because she looks airbrushed and
No, I don't. My skin is so uneven, but I don't care.
your lashes though. Your lashes are giving.
Mink.
Blink mink.
How you feel about my angle?
I like your ankle. Yeah, I was gonna say this. I like it.
Okay. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
It's episode 3. Are you guys ready?
Damn, I wish I could sing. We're already on episode 3. That's crazy.
I know. I feel like it's been so long since we recorded.
Yeah.
Like,
Even though it was just last Sunday.
the Sunday before last.
We didn't record last Sunday?
No, because I was in Charlotte.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah. I forgot she took a little vacay.
Yeah, it was real cute, real cute. I love Charlotte. Might be my new residence.
Your home?
Yeah.
Ooh, what do you like about it? I've never been there.
It's like the perfect mix between suburb and city life. Like, it's very nice. The city's very upgraded. It looks like they're like trying to gentrify it a little bit, but it's very nice.
Okay.
And but it's not like fast paced or like as crowded as Atlanta. The food top tier, like it really is. It's lit. Like I really enjoyed it.
You're gonna be in Charlotte. I'm gonna be in Arizona.
Yeah,
Wow, that's gonna be crazy.
it's gonna be crazy.
Wait,
Filming.
when are you planning to like?
I think I'm staying here for another year,
That's exciting.
and then well, we don't really know if Charlotte is where we're gonna live because we're still like going to different cities and seeing how we like them. But we really liked Charlotte. But after like March 2023, I think we're out of here.
You're outie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for me to go. But anyway, what is today's topic?
So today we're gonna talk about adulthood and giving yourself grace.
I feel like everyone can relate to this.
Definitely, adulthood is very ghetto.
If you're adulting, raise your hand. If it's hard, raise both hands.
Literally.
Adulting really is hard.
Yeah. So, we never keep track.
I think you went first last time because I think when I was editing, you were like, "Did you go first?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then you were like, "Okay,
well,
I'll go first."
Yeah.
Yes, I think you went first. So I'm gonna just roll into it with giving yourself grace. So giving yourself grace, if you guys don't really know like what that term actually means, it's like learning to forgive yourself, like giving yourself room to kind of make mistakes and understanding that you're human, like you're not perfect. So that's just the overview of what giving yourself grace means. So it's just like when I thought about this, the first thing I thought about was I had to forgive myself for not like chasing my dreams earlier.
Yeah.
with the realization that like at that point I might not have been ready for everything that comes with it, you know, like mentally, emotionally, like that stability may not have been there. So what is something that like you feel like you have had to forgive yourself for?
I constantly have to forgive myself for not going to the gym for one day. Like, I just feel so guilty sometimes when I don't do anything like active. So like I have to like remind myself not to beat myself up when I don't do like, I mean, you're not really supposed to work out every day, but
really?
Like I think just like depending on your goals, you should work out max 6 days a week.
Okay.
You should at least have one day to like rest your body and your muscles.
Oh, so every day but one day it's okay.
Yeah, you gotta I mean, that's how much I work out. Some people only work out like 3 times a week, and that's
because
fine.
Honestly, if I was working out more, I would probably work like 3 or 4 days a week. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I would like go to the gym, and then I would like do workouts at home, but not anything too crazy. Yeah, one day and then gym next day, and then do it like that.
Yeah, a lot of people do it like that. I just personally feel I feel icky.
You mean with it?
I feel icky when I don't. When I'm only working out like 3 times a week, I feel like I'm not giving it my all. Yeah. And then when I do that, it's easier for me to like not go, to keep not going.
Yeah. So man, I could relate to that. I was like heavy going to the gym, and then I had like 2 days off or something. Yeah. That was the worst thing I could have done.
2 days off is like
2 days off, and then when the 3rd day came and my alarm went off, I was like, I'm tired. Yeah. And I just hit the snooze, and then I've been hitting the snooze ever since. I still have the alarm.
It's okay. It's fine.
You know, I run with my dog every day. Yeah. Even though, you know, I know I need to work out more than that. You can't just like run and, you know, meet all your expectations. But I mean, I go up 3 flights of stairs like how many times a day? I'm getting a little some. I may not be at the gym, but you know, just a little, at least you're getting a little movement, you know.
What works for you.
Like, what works for you and your schedule.
How do you practice giving yourself grace? Like, what does that mean for you?
For me, it means like definitely giving myself days off. Even people that work super hard take days off. So it's like I feel like it's a necessity to always just like allow myself time to just not have to think or like put stuff together, just kind of do whatever I want. Yeah, like kind of like what I do is kind of like doing what I want in a sense, because it's like I like to do those things, but sometimes if you like block your schedule like up so much, you have no time to even just relax. Breathe, and relaxing is important. Like you don't realize until like you have a lot of stuff going on how important it is to actually sit down and just like
not do anything, take a deep breath. For sure.
Just to be in the moment and not always think about, okay, I have this coming up. It's like constantly living in the future, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I relax. If that's like go to the park, you know, I let it be in a park, just laid out, sprawled out like a sunflower. What do you do to give yourself grace?
For me, I have to talk myself through it. Like I'm very hard on myself. Yeah. So I can have very negative thoughts. Yeah. And so I have to consciously make the effort to tell myself no. Like that is wrong. Yeah. You deserve a break, you deserve time off, you work very hard. So like affirmations like that, like I have to get myself through it that way. And then like physically, it's really just like laying on the couch.
Just being there.
Yeah, because I am one of those people who lives in the future. Like I always feel I usually can't relax because like when I'm not doing anything, it makes me feel anxious because I should be doing something.
It makes me feel like I'm wasting time that I could be getting something else done.
Exactly.
I think that happens in people, and I think we've said this before, like we're planners. We love to plan it out. So like when you're constantly just like planning all the time, you are living in the future all the time because you're trying to get to this, and everything you do is for that future goal. I feel like it is hard to just kind kind of sit and really just enjoy the moment sometimes.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it just feels like time is running out.
Yeah.
24 hours is not enough hours in a day.
Never has been, never will be. But yeah, so like I was saying, like I just give myself time to just sit on the couch and just be and not think about everything else that I have to get done and when it has to get done and how stressed out about it, how stressed out about it I am. So yeah.
Wow.
So it's your turn, right?
Oh, no, that was mine. Oh, no, that was yours. What do I do? Yeah. So, okay, so another thing that I was thinking about is, like, not dwelling on, like, the mistakes that you make. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that'll just keep you in that same mindset if you're always just sitting there like, oh, last month I made a mistake. And then it makes you, like, scared to move on from that because you're, like, now you're living in fear of messing up, which I am so guilty of doing. I am so scared to make a mistake or to mess up that sometimes I push myself so hard that I end up messing up anyway. Yeah. Because like now I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep and I'm like trying to do focused. 10 things at once, and ultimately I'm not putting my best foot forward.
Yeah.
So what I know you said affirmations, you do a lot of stuff. Like your dermatologist, we were just talking about this. Her skin looks so good. Just
I'm trying.
Let
guys.
them see.
I have to post up my progress, but like it's a long time
Your skin
coming.
looks soft.
It
like
is.
honestly,
touch it. Soft,
ooh,
right?
very soft. I don't even want to touch it too much. I don't even want to touch it. It's just honestly that's how it looks. So I feel like, would you say that's a part of like making time for yourself and slowing down?
Yeah. So when I like take time for myself and like slow down, I like to read. Like reading is my thing. Like, give me a good book, usually fiction. I'm a fiction person. Like I love a good story. Like just keep me in.
It don't have to be true. Just make it just make it reel me in. Yeah.
So I like to read. Like I said, just sitting on the couch watching Real Housewives of Potomac right now. It's my guilty pleasure, and just like or like painting and just hanging out with my boyfriend. Like I just away from everything else that I'm supposed to quote unquote be doing at that time. So
everything else that's going on. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like what I do when I'm doing like my self-care, I'm trying to think, what do? I guess I paint. I do all this stuff every day, so I kind of feel like it's hard like trying to identify like what my actual self-care is. I guess I do self-care like every day.
That's really good.
I paint and I listen to music. I love listening to music. Like catch me with my AirPods in. If it's a vibe, I'm somewhere else with it. I just be like in my zone. That's why I wish I could sing, man. That would be so fair for me. But yes, I like painting, and it used to be when I would go to the nail salon, but now since I don't get like my nails done, painting my nails is like satisfaction.
Wow, I didn't even realize you paint your own nails.
Yeah,
I thought you.
I mean, they look a mess because I had a photo shoot yesterday, so I had to paint them in the car while I was driving. Don't do what I do. Please but don't. Be safe on the road. You know, I have to be a master at getting ready on the go. So every red light, a finger gets done. So I hit 10 red lights that day. So
well, that sucks. But I'm glad you got your nails done.
Yeah. So I don't go to the nail salon. I just paint my own nails because my nails for me is like when I get like anxious, I pick at my fingernail polish. Okay. It's not a good thing. It's not cute. Like it's not like having chipped nail polish is never okay. But I always have nail polish on me to touch it up.
Having chipped nail polish is okay.
It is okay. It is.
However, if you want your nails done, then it's not okay.
Yeah, then it's not okay. Sometimes it just look a little crusty.
Yeah, I don't.
Her nails are always laid.
My nails are always done.
I just can't. I braid my hair too much.
Shout out to Oh Baby Nails. Love her.
Her name's Oh Baby.
Her name is her Instagram is Oh Baby Nails. Her name is Olabisi.
Ooh, Olabisi.
Yeah,
love her. That has to mean something. It sounds like it means something.
I don't know, but it's pretty.
It's pretty. Olabisi. That's
she
different.
Gonna kill me if she here.
She gonna be like, girl, get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's your turn.
So switching gears a little bit. Do you feel like an adult, and what does being an adult mean to you?
Oh my goodness. Sometimes, honestly, just recently, I started feeling like,
grown.
I'm an adult.
Yeah.
You can't tell me shit. I'm an adult. You know when it hits me? Okay, this is funny, and then I'm gonna get to the rest. It hits me when I'm driving. Because you know how, like, when you're younger, like, you have to ask to go places. Now I get excited because I'm like, man, I'm allowed to push this whip and I ain't even gotta ask. I can go wherever I want. Yeah. But ultimately, overall, I am starting to feel like an adult. I feel like I'm starting to really, like, have, like, financial, like, goals, like true financial goals, and like I'm making big moves, you know, trying to move. I feel like that's very adult of me, like moving across the world or across the states, not the country.
The country is what it is.
Moving across the country. I said across the world. Moving across the country and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm starting to step into my adult, like, womanhood. If you were to say, you know.
And so what does that, how would you define being an adult?
I feel like it's honestly just a multitude of things, like being responsible just in your overall life, like cleaning up after yourself and like just making sure you have food in your fridge, like making sure your bills are paid, like making sure you keep up on your car and stuff like that. I feel like those are adult things. Those are like just making sure your life is like tidy, even though it's never going to be like all the way put together, trust me. But just like trying to stay on top of it, you know, just don't be a slopopotamus. Like, get your life together. What are you doing? So I feel like that's what being an adult is about. And I just also feel like it's also being able to have connections and relationships and understanding that everything in life is kind of like a two-way street. I feel like it's childish to not be able to take, you know, responsibility for something, even if it is you messing up. I guess that goes into giving yourself grace, understanding you're an adult but you're still a person, like you're gonna mess up. But it's childish to not acknowledge those mess ups, you know, and play the blame game on everyone else or something. So I feel like it's just about learning how to navigate life and navigate with other people and communicate and just all those things. It's a lot. Being an adult is a lot. It's a long list. What do you think it is?
I feel like an adult is being mature enough to make decisions and stand on those decisions and being able to justify the decisions you make. And then I feel like being responsible, of course, and just being able to take care of yourself without feeling like you have to call someone else for any and every problem. Like when you're able to like figure stuff out for yourself, I feel like you're like stepping in to being an adult.
I feel like that's good because it's definitely like making decisions, like even if it's like if you get a new car, knowing the ins and out about, you know, the contract you're signing and like what you're getting yourself into, and not having to phone a friend and be like, is this a good idea? Like, is this a good deal? Doing your own research on things and
just being able to
taking initiative. I feel like that's a good one. Take initiative for like what you do and like what you want. That's really good.
So I don't know if I feel like an adult. I feel like I'm getting to the point where I feel like an adult, but like I started my job in March 2020, and every day I used to go in there and feel like somebody's about to come in here and be like, you're a kid, get out of here, you don't belong here. And so like I still feel like that at my job. Like I just feel like a kid that's like playing the role of a grown-up, and I don't belong.
Is everyone at your job older than you?
No. It's like we're not,
we're so on a playground.
We're with other kids. It's like everybody's just young, and I'm just like, but there are some middle-aged people and there's some younger people, and I'm just like, wow, like I'm really at work. Like I really work here. I really make a salary. Like this.
What do you do again? Because you work in like a lab, right?
Yeah. So I'm
a big girl job.
Yeah, I have a really big girl job. So I'm an associate scientist at a contract research organization, which is pretty much just like,
that sounds like a fancy title. I'm an associate scientist.
It's very boring. So but I just like, you like see those drug commercials that are medicine commercials. I did the testing for that too.
Okay, so while we're on this, so you a part of them people that'll be like, this is gonna be a fake drug, but it's like, take Climera you might have side effects of heart attack.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the side effects. I literally just get the blood and tell them how much of the drug is in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so not at all what I was thinking.
No.
But do you be hearing those like commercials?
Yeah, that have the crazy side effects.
Why am I even taking this drug? It has risk of heart failure, liver failure.
Yeah, just like don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Self-medicate. Or don't do that either. Honestly, don't
self-medicate.
Don't do that. Never mind. Scratch that.
But yeah. So like, I don't know if I feel like an adult. I feel like I still call my mom and ask her to make my appointments for me.
Oh, like, yeah. I've been calling my mom and asking for the phone number to the police.
See, no, I like, Mom, I need a doctor's appointment. Can you call up there for me? I have anxiety about calling people and being on the phone. Don't like that at all. But yeah, so yeah, my mom still buys me groceries sometimes. Like, she'll text me like, hey, do you need anything from the store? And I can give her my whole list and she'll get it for me. She like comes in. I don't ever have to buy water because my mom buys me water, and she's just like she'll drop it off to me at my job. Like, I'm still very much you're taken care of.
Yeah, you're very much taken care of still, which, you know, I mean, that's what your parents are also here for. So it's like, I don't think it's anything to like necessarily feel bad about.
Oh yeah, I don't feel bad. Definitely, my mom, like, that's how she shows her love. Aww. And so if I say like, no, I'm good, I don't need, she's gonna feel like I don't need her anymore.
Oh
yeah, like when I was a kid, my mom got so like emotional because I figured out how to put earrings in by myself. Like, she likes to take care of me and my brother like that. She's just the mom, so
she's like a mom.
Yeah, like she's like super mom.
Babies.
Yes.
My mom and I, like, I think I've always been like, I've always kind of had a sense of independence. I think it's because I started working at like 15. Yeah. And then from there, it was just kind of like I was getting my own money. I was buying my own things. Like, yeah. Because my mom, at certain times, we didn't have it like that. So if I wanted it, I had to work for it. Yeah. So I think I've always kind of had that relationship with my mom. We're kind of like a partnership, like a team in a sense. Because like if my mom needs something, she'll call me and be like, hey, like, can you help me with so-and-so? If I need something, I'll call her. I try not to call her because like she's done a lot for me my whole life. Yeah. So now it's kind of like I just try to like depend on myself. But if I really need something, my mom will be super mom for sure. But we've always had like a partnership, always like help pay bills together, you know, like live in like a life like kind of together in a sense. So I feel like it's cool though that your mom is there to like do those sweet little things for you, because it's just like, Mom, can you get my groceries? And I can hear, but yes, honey.
The thing is, I don't ask her. I won't ask her to do it. She'll be like, I'm going to the store. Do you need anything?
So she takes the initiative to make sure you straight.
Every single time.
That's time. Good, though.
Yeah, she's such a sweetheart.
I feel like I would probably be that type of mom. I feel like I would be a mix between my mom and like that type of mom.
I don't think I'm gonna be that type of mom at all.
What type of mom do you think?
But I think I'm just gonna be the affectionate mom, but I won't even say I'm still gonna be selfish, because I think being a parent changes you. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna want them to figure it out on their own a lot.
I feel like the type of mom that I'm picturing myself being, I feel like I'm gonna be hilarious. Like, I feel like I'm gonna come at my kids, but in like a funny way. Yeah. And I feel like everyone's just gonna enjoy it. Obviously, I'm not gonna like bully my kid. I think I'm gonna be very attached, because I think naturally I have a huge, like we said, like my heart, I feel like this is my kid. Like, if you're gonna be growing inside of me and then I gotta push you out, I feel like I'm just gonna be like super attached to my child. But I'm gonna want them to like be able to navigate for them. Like, I want you to figure it out. Like, I want them to use their brain, but I feel like I'm just gonna be super goofy and silly, but I know I'm not gonna play no shit.
Aside from adulthood, because I don't want that to happen.
Oh,
very,
true.
Very long time.
I'm not ready to have kids at all.
No, and I think that's part of why I don't feel like an adult either. I can barely take care of myself all the way, so throwing another human in there,
I just couldn't imagine like pausing my life right now. Even though as a mom they say you don't have to pause your life, but I mean, for 9 months, that's 9 months of pausing. But is there a correlation with forgiving yourself and forgiving others?
That's a really good question. I would say so. I feel like it takes a lot of maturity for both. I feel like most people tend to and learn how to forgive other people first before that people are taught how to forgive themselves.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people treat other people better than they treat themselves. So yeah, I think there is definitely a correlation. I think somebody has to be very strong and like knowledgeable and like self-aware for both, but I feel like it takes more self-awareness to be able to forgive yourself.
Yeah. When I was thinking about it, I was like, as a kid, I'm pretty sure I was taught how to say sorry before, like, it's okay that I did something. So I feel like we're kind of nurtured that way, just traditionally and naturally. Like, it's just like to apologize. I used to be quick to be, I'm sorry for things I'm not even sorry for, or things that you don't even have to say sorry for. Like, I'm sorry that right now I was going through something so I couldn't talk to you. Like, I don't have to apologize for that.
Yeah.
I think it is like, you know, forgiving yourself as well if you can't always show up. But understanding that you too have limits.
Yeah.
And you have to be emotionally and mentally available for certain things as well. And you don't have to feel bad about that because you're still entitled to those emotions and those feelings. So, yeah, I do feel like there's a correlation there, though, because, you know, forgiving someone else, like you said, is a lot easier than forgiving yourself if you've hurt someone or, like, especially if it's not intentional.
Yeah, I agree for sure. So what do you think is the most important lesson you've learned so far about being an adult, or just as you've been an adult?
I'm really trying to think because I've learned a lot of lessons. I have learned a lot of lessons since I've been an adult. It's crazy because it's like, this is kind of like, but plan ahead has really helped me. Yeah. Because I realize I don't do that great. I love spontaneity. Like, it feels good. I don't do great in it. Yeah. If things are just sprung upon me, I'm not that great. Yeah. And that's just me having to understand that within myself. Like, I kind of have to plan for stuff. Yeah. That's my most important lesson, to be honest, because I remember at the start of my adulthood, I just go with the flow type of thing. And I was just trying to, when it happens, like, I'll deal with it then. Just for me personally, it doesn't work. Like, I just can't. Yeah. It's just not, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah. It's funny because I don't like surprises either.
Like, I love surprises. But, like, if I have to, like, do something, and like, it's like in this, I don't know, I gotta find a good example for it. But like, if you're surprising me, go ahead. See, I love it.
I like minimal surprises. I don't like big extravagant surprises that now I have to plan around, because I've probably already scheduled things during
I'm too busy for your
during
surprise
this period, and it's a real inconvenience for me right now. So that's just how I be feeling, like, wow, I have to just delete everything I was gonna do. Yeah. So I freak out in that way. But my most important lesson I've learned, I feel like, is you have to get comfortable with being by yourself. Oh yeah. Like,
I don't think I've mastered that.
See, I love being alone. Like, nothing literally hits than just being by myself. And granted, like, sometimes spending time with the mirror feels like I'm spending time alone, but like, not in a bad way. Like, I feel alone, we're together, but I'm just so comfortable that I just feel like I'm by myself. Yeah. So I realized, like, you have to learn to be able, at the end of the day, to live with yourself. So, like, spend time alone, learn about yourself, love the person you are, and figure out what your morals, values are, and walk in them. But I'm
so tired of this camera.
But you have to figure out what your morals and values are and walk in them, and do that every day. Yeah. So yeah, one of the most important thing I learned is, like, you really just need to be comfortable being alone.
Oh man. And that's like important. I know for a fact, like that's super important. It's hard though, because I love connecting with people. Yeah. I'm such a like people person kind of, that it's like, I like being by myself, but I love to talk.
Yeah.
I love to talk to people, and I love when I can just have a good time and enjoy like the presence of other people too, because I feel like everyone brings something. I'm always learning something from someone else. So yeah. I think that's just a part of like my personality of just like liking being a people person, like I said. But it is important to be alone, because like sometimes I have moments where I'm like, yo, like I want to like be around people, and being by myself like sometimes gives me like a little anxiety.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think it goes back to what you say, like, you know, having to battle with certain negative thoughts. I feel like when I'm alone, I face those thoughts like head on by myself. So I feel like sometimes, ooh, maybe that's a defense mechanism, being with people. Oh my God, ignoring my own inner thoughts.
Are we having a breakthrough?
I think we're having a breakthrough. Oh, dang. Wow.
It's okay.
No, that's cool. But like, well, it's not cool, but it's like, wow, it's interesting to think of it from that way, because it's like, that makes sense. Is that why I always want to be around people? Because when I'm by myself, I don't want to face the things that I'm really like thinking about. So being around people and having their energy assisted with my own energy lets me kind of ignore other things.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And with that being said, let's go to a break from our sponsor.
We'll be right back.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yeah.
I thought you were about to start talking. I was just like, girl, it's not the mic not on, the mic not on. Okay, who did we end off with?
I ended off with my breakthrough about being alone. You said being alone.
What was the question? Who asked the question? Oh, me. Because I was like, it was the most important lesson that you've learned. And I was like, being alone.
Let me see if I have another. Because what you have other like good, my last one was like forgiving yourself in religion/spirituality.
Okay, my next one, I have, what is your favorite part about being good an adult? And then I have, what would you tell your teenage self about adulthood?
That's a good ending one. I feel like we should end with your last question. I feel like that's a good, like, what would you tell yourself? And then end it like that. Okay, bet. So Are you gonna introduce us back? Or are you
gonna I'll introduce us back.
All right, and then I'll start with my question, and then we'll go. Okay, bet. I'm still in the zone.
Okay, we're back from our sponsor break, so we're about to jump right back into it.
Yes, now that I've had that breakthrough.
Yeah, amazing.
It was very refreshing to talk about that. You know, I had to dive a little bit deep, but
that's what we do here.
So this next question is right in line with that. Have you ever felt a time where you had to forgive yourself in religion or spirituality? You know, give yourself grace in those areas.
I would say no, not really. That's not true. Okay, so I didn't really grow up religious. Like my dad doesn't really claim one religion. My mom is Christian, but I didn't really grow up knowing what I was. And then like I kind of like just didn't really I wasn't really spiritual or religious at one point. And then when I got into like I was dating someone in college, they brought me to church. And so then I got like really into like faith. But then I felt as though, it got to a point where I felt so strong in the faith that I felt as though I shouldn't be with the person I was dating. So after that ended, I didn't end it because I thought that, it just didn't work out. But so like after that I had to forgive myself because I felt like a fraud kind of, because how am I like so deep and devoted in this religion, and I can't even like follow what it stands for. So yeah, I definitely had to forgive myself when it comes to religion, and I think that kind of comes with just stepping into your own and really figuring out what you believe.
Yeah.
And like I said before, like being an adult is knowing your morals and values, and so I had to rethink about those and see if it even connected to the religion that I was following.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I grew up like kind of like religious sometimes. I guess you can't even count it then if it's not like well, I guess you can.
Yeah.
But it was like, you know, we went to church, like it was cool. It was nice, you know, when we went and stuff like that. And eventually we ended up moving, so we kind of fell off of going to church. And I feel like with that, like the religion for us kind of just stopped altogether. I feel like my family is more like spiritual based than they are like religious based, because I don't know, my dad has like a whole thing. I ain't even gonna go into that, but I feel like we're definitely more spiritual based. And I feel like with us not going to church, it allowed, well, me personally, I kind of went off on my own and like found my own relationship with like who I believe God is, or like God in general. And I feel like I'm definitely spiritual, but I had to forgive myself because I felt like when I was religious, I still wasn't, like you said, I wasn't following what that religion was. And I think it's because ultimately I never wanted to be tied to a religion.
Yeah.
I hope that like kind of makes sense the way I'm saying it. And I feel like I kind of just live my life as like very like free in a sense, but I still believe that there's like a higher power. I still believe in God. I just kind of believe my relationship with spirituality and religion has like shifted. And I think, like you said, as an adult, you know, just learning what your morals are and what you want to stand on, and like what aligns with how you want to live your life. I feel like that's a part of making those adult type of decisions too. So I had to forgive myself for like, you know, I don't want to say old Isis, but young Isis.
Yeah.
And, you know, acting like I was so deep into this religion, but the things I was doing did not align with that religion. And I just felt like that's like fraudulent. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you talking it, but you're not walking it type of thing. Like, okay, girl, whatever. Yeah. You say this, but whatever.
Yeah. So, in a lighter note, what's your favorite part about being an adult?
I get to do whatever I want. I don't have to ask my mom or my dad for anything. I say that in like, you know, not in like a rude way, but I don't have to ask them for anything. I literally, if I want to get up and like I said earlier, get up and go, I can just go. I love living on my own. And I feel like it has helped my relationship with my parents. Having that like separation and not always being up under each other has helped us a lot.
Yeah.
So I think my favorite part is living on my own. I can go on vacation wherever I want. You know how when you're like 17, if you want to go on vacation with your friends, you have to, am I allowed to go to Puerto Rico? No. When we booked our flight to Thailand, I told my mom, I said, girl, I'm going to Thailand. She was like, what? You're going where? I said, Thailand. Thailand. All the way over there. She was like, what? You didn't, Isis, really? Like, you didn't ask me? I was like, Mom,
I'm an adult.
I don't really have to ask anymore, Mom. So that's my favorite part, just living on my own and being able to like do whatever I want, do my own thing all the time.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
I would say the same. Like, I don't like being told what to do.
It feels free, right?
Yeah. So like now, if I eat, it's on me. Like, I have to be responsible and take accountability for what I do and don't do. Like, I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to tell on myself to anybody. Like, I'm responsible for myself, and it just feels so good, like you said, to be able to just get up and go and buy what I want and do what I want. I go on vacation when I want, which is very often. Yeah. I literally can do whatever I want. If I wanted to drop out of school right now, I could do that because I'm an adult. Like, if I just wanted to fall off the face of the earth, I can do that. Yeah. I don't have nobody coming to my room to wake me up because I gotta be anywhere, or I gotta do anything, or I gotta do dishes or clean up behind
you know what else. It is? I think adulthood gives you the option.
Yeah.
As a kid, your life is pretty much structured for you.
Sure.
Your parents tell you when you have to do your homework, tell you when you have to come in the house.
Yeah.
What? I'll be out until 11 p.m. if I want to. Like, but you know what's crazy? A lot of those things I decide against now. I'm like, no, I'd rather be in the house by this time. I sound like such a grandma.
You know what's crazy though? I never had those restrictions on me when I was a kid. I had no restrictions. Like, my mom is very, like, she was very easygoing, but like, I knew not to like fuck around. But
I used to test the waters.
See, like, no, I wasn't testing no waters with Sheila. Like, no. But like, so like, as a kid, my parents trusted me. They trusted me a lot. I didn't have to be in a house at a certain time. Like, once I turned 16, I started working. They bought me my first car, so I could do what I wanted. I didn't have to ask to go anywhere, like when I was in high school anymore. Like, it was just like, oh, I'm going here, not can I go here.
What? I felt like I had to have a whole proposal set up. Like, okay, this is why I want to go here. This is who's gonna be there. Okay. Please, and then wait for a response.
No. Wow. I've never experienced that. Wow. And it was like, yeah, no. Like, I didn't, because I'm really thinking about it, like, to the point where, like, I used to be on FaceTime with boys, like, in high school. My mom would come in and be like, hey, so-and-so, like, yeah.
Well, I had minutes on my phone. After 9 p.m., that joke was shut off.
Oh, no.
I had so many restrictions. Well, I had more restrictions in, like, middle school and stuff, but even in high school, like, it was still kind of like, you think you're talking on the phone to who at what time?
Oh, yeah.
No,
my parents weren't like that at all.
No, I had restrictions.
See, like, even like in middle school, I used to go over my friend's Matt's house every day during the summer. It used to be like a big group of us. We really would literally just spend the entire day there.
Wow.
Yeah. No. Like, my parents really didn't care. Like I said, they trusted me. They didn't care what I was doing. They knew I was doing nothing crazy.
But I mean, that's good because you gave them a reason to trust you.
Yeah.
I was a little, and I wasn't bad. I was not bad.
She was bad, y'all.
I wasn't bad. I was just, you know, I was definitely a why not?
Okay.
Why can't I do this? And then if your reasoning didn't make sense, I would find a reason to make it happen. Or find a way to make it happen. I was a problem solver. I came across a bridge and I learned how to cross it.
So you were bad.
But I was so cute and so sweet.
No.
That it was just like,
you should have got your ass beat.
I did a few times.
And you still kept going.
I would learn, but I think the thing that was hard was like, I had a mouth, like I would talk back a little bit, you know. I was very sassy, had a big personality from a young age.
Oh, so you're the same.
Yeah, literally the exact same person. Just imagine this personality in like a 7-year-old. That's too much.
Yeah.
So the thing was I had great grades.
Yeah.
So it was hard because it was kind of like, can't really say nothing to me. I'm doing great in school.
Yeah.
I played sports. So I used to be confused when the answer was no. That's where the why not would come in. And then again, if it didn't make sense, I was like, well, I have a solution. Since the answer is no.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, not the best. And I'm probably gonna get karma for that whenever I decide to have my own kids. But ultimately, hey, I turned out great. I never like, you know, stole a car or like did anything crazy.
Yeah.
And I had a car at like 16 because I was working at 15. So, you know, I had a little bit of freedom, but I wanted more. I wanted then what I have now.
I was gonna say you wanted adulthood. Yeah.
And now I want a little bit of my childhood back, just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
The only thing I like about childhood is like, you really don't have to like worry about like
anything. Yeah,
the food, when you're, you know, about 6 o'clock something's gonna be there.
And you don't have to cook it.
You don't have to worry about it. You come right in from playing off the street and oh, what's in the microwave, and it's made.
Yeah,
but you come home or end the day at work, you still gotta make all the food. So yeah,
that's pretty sad actually. But okay, so what would you tell your teenage self about adulthood?
I would tell my teenage self about adulthood. Okay, so I would tell my teenage self, again, to plan, because I wasn't a planner in high school. Definitely make sure you plan your stuff out, but also enjoy your life. Don't get too consumed in all the things that stress you out and focus on them all the time and just constantly live in a stressed out world. Make sure you take time to get to know yourself a little bit better. And don't be afraid. I was really afraid when I was like in high school to kind of be an adult. Like I wanted the freedom, but I knew that, you know, with freedom comes way more responsibility. So, and I was always scared again of making mistakes and stuff like that. So just don't be afraid. Like you're gonna get there and you're gonna body it.
Yeah.
I give myself a strong B+ at adulthood. I'm passing the class.
Strong.
Straight A's, no, but a B+. I'm right there. You got this. What would you tell yourself, young Cherish, on a beat?
To ignore people and to not be afraid of like, don't be so caught up on what other people think and how they feel about you. I feel like in high school I was trying to fit into something that I wasn't. Like I've always, let's say this, like I have my best friends. I've known my best friend since, one of my best friends since kindergarten. I've known my other best friend since 6th grade. Like these are my people. I feel like when I got around other people, I tried to be more like them and less like me. Yeah. So I would like tell my teenage self to just be yourself. Don't try to be friends with anybody. And just very much so pay attention. Keep your eyes open. Be aware of what you're talking about. I'm an oversharer.
Oh yeah. I'm a huge like,
yeah, let me tell you all my business. Let me be open.
Let me be as open with you. And that's one thing that I learned from another podcast I was listening to. It was actually Unpack and Bounce Back. Yeah. There's a difference between being like being transparent and just like telling all your business. Like you can be open with someone without giving all the fine details, because I think it's good to also keep certain parts of yourself to yourself. I can relate to that.
I'm an overshare. I would definitely tell my teenage self to just dial it back a little bit. Everybody does not need to know every single thing about you. No. Like, it doesn't make you more interesting because everyone knows everything about you. It's not it. Yeah. Like,
I hate that about my younger self too. It's so cringy to think about, isn't it? Because it's like, people know things about me and I'm not even friends with some of those people, that it's like, I just wish they never. Yeah. Like, and it's like, if I would have just not been so loose with my lips or so in such a desire to make friends, I feel like that's where it came from. You want to make friends,
or so like you look cool.
Yeah, so you just want to be like, this is me, this is about my life, and it's just like,
it's like, I say things in like situations and I'm just like, why did I even say that?
Yeah, like
that was not needed. That did not add to the conversation. So yeah.
Do you think oversharing comes out of being like generous? Do you think, or not generous, genuine? Do you think it's like you just like, or in some instances maybe?
Yeah, but I think my oversharing comes from wanting to be seen.
Yeah.
And I hate I hate feeling like I'm not being seen.
Yeah.
So then I have to say something like shocking.
Yes.
Or something
that's gonna pull you in.
Yeah.
To make you see me more.
Yeah. That was definitely.
Yeah, I can definitely like 20,000,000% relate to that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I struggled with that for a long time.
Me too.
I feel like sometimes I still have hints of it. Like sometimes when I'm talking, even if I'm talking to someone, like the worst is if I'm talking to someone I've never talked to before and we seem so much alike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have so much in common. Then I just want you to like know my life story and let's be best friends from here on out. But it doesn't really. You can still connect with people without giving all your details.
All of your details, yeah. So Teenage Cherish was very she was an interesting girl. So she definitely had a lot to learn, but I turned out great. So
yeah, I think you turned out really well.
I still have a lot to learn, but yeah, I would tell her, keep things to yourself.
Yeah.
And stop trying to be like other people, because other people suck.
Exactly. And being you is cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, you don't have to seek attention because it'll come to you naturally. You're lit. So it's like,
exactly.
I think that's one thing maybe both of us didn't understand about ourselves in high school. Like, we don't have to do all this to get attention. We don't have to do all this for people to like us. Yeah. We just have to be ourselves. And if we were that, you know, a lot sooner, maybe we could have avoided some of these things.
I agree.
But then also with times, people change, because in high school, that's a different everyone's young, so everyone's just like,
yeah. And like, I also had to learn, I would tell myself, like, you don't need attention.
Yeah.
You don't always have to be the center of attention. You don't always have to feel like desired or mysterious or anything. Like stop worrying about what people think about you.
Yeah, just
think about yourself. Yeah. Love yourself. Yeah. So
you don't have to do things just to hear, like, don't do things for like just to want do it because it comes natural. Like do it because that's really on your heart or what you desire to do. Like, don't just do it because, oh, I know a lot of people are gonna comment on this. Let me do it. Do it if you just like it, and if the comments come, the comments come. I mean, hey,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
Wow. This was a kind of a little deep one today.
Yeah, I'm glad you had your breakthrough.
Oh my god.
The first one of the season.
So like, what do I do about that? How do I, because I think that's another good thing. Before we end it, I feel like we should end it on this note. If you're working on giving yourself grace and in adulthood, how to recognize situations but find solutions to them so you don't fall in the cycle. So I guess I should spend more time by myself and face those
thoughts and find the root of them.
Yeah, and not always try to hide in the presence of someone else.
Yeah.
It's like hiding in plain sight.
I had to come to this realization that I have to allow myself to feel things.
Yeah.
I can't just shove things down. Like, it's not good for me mentally or just physically. Like, I feel sick. Like, I don't feel like myself when I'm just shoving my emotions down. I had to learn how to really sit in how I feel.
Yeah.
So I still have trouble like identifying exactly how I feel, but I'm to a place where I allow myself to feel it. Yeah. I'm not ashamed about crying. I'm not ashamed about any of that. You just gotta let yourself feel and deal with the thoughts head on.
So sometimes I wonder, because it's like, I personally, I consider myself to be an empath. I feel like I definitely take on the emotions of others a lot of times, and I feel like just myself, I'm emotional. And I feel like there's a lot of times where, I mean, I'm a cry baby. I will literally like,
baby,
tears are coming, honey. Yeah. So like, I have no problem crying. I just don't know how to, I guess it would be, I have to change my mindset in certain things, because I think I've sat in my emotions about some of these things, and I think I felt them. I just never took the next step to change them. Yeah. So that's why they keep happening. That's what the issue is. Yeah. Because I felt all these things. I felt these things for a long time in my life. I know they're there, and I'm aware of them, and I know where they come from. It's just the part of me that has to make the next step to change them, because I'm the only one that can change them. Even if I went to therapy, they can give me all the tips and tell me what to do, but I have to implement it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's my homework for this week.
Well, I have enough homework from school, so we'll just, end on that note.
Yes, it was a great conversation. I like this one.
Me too. This was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was refreshing. I hope you guys like it too.
Yeah, but make sure you let us know in the comments and leave us reviews and all that. We love your support so far, and just thank you for joining us on this journey.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm really having a lot of fun doing this, and
Me too.
It seems like you guys are having fun listening to us, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, this is so exciting.
And honestly, I feel like I'm getting to know you so much better.
Me too. It's so cute.
It honestly is really cute, guys. Like, we were friends before this, but I definitely feel like we're getting more and more connected as time goes on, and us just constantly having these conversations, I feel like it's just making for a lifetime friendship.
Yeah. And then full transparency for life.
Exactly, for life.
But okay, guys, we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Full Transparency. We would love to hear your feedback, so please leave us a review.
If you want to get a notification every time we post an episode, subscribe on Apple Music and Spotify. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at fulltransparency.podcast for more updates.
See you next time. Bye.